What's up, guys? Manduke here, and I want to bring to you a little bit of food for thought. Today's topic is living within your means. Now, it's been brought to my attention due to all the political nonsense that has been going on with the whole Bernie campaign and all that, socialism is the way, and I find that the only people that are really saying that are people that are living on the bottom of the barrel anyway. Fact is, you're never going to be rich. Well, you might be rich if you actually took the ambition out to be such a thing, but let's be realistic here. If you're not trying to be, then you're not going to be. I need more light. That's better. You're never going to be rich unless you're trying to be. Now, you could feasibly be middle class if you really wanted to bust your ass, get yourself a career, and do that. But the main thought that I have today is living within your means. Say you start on minimum wage. Minimum wage across the country, the lowest is going to be $7.25 an hour. Here in New Jersey, it's $8.25 an hour. If you're working for $7 an hour and you're working 40 hours a week, then you're bringing home roughly, well, you're grossing about $280 a week. And if after taxes, you're probably bringing home around $230 a week. If you get paid bi-weekly, then you'll probably be bringing home about $460 bi-weekly, which comes out to about $920 a month. Now, no, that's not going to be enough money for you to get everything that you want. You may not be able to have cable. You may not be able to have very much. And no, I'm not saying that everybody needs to live within my means, because let's be realistic, if you live within my means, you don't even have to work that much at minimum wage. I mean, my bills total $110 a month. So, let's say you're making $920 a month and you're trying to support yourself. Just yourself, no kids, and nobody else. Well, you can get a boarding room for about $100 a week, maybe $150 a week. If we call it $150 a week, then it's going to be, and that's based on New Jersey rates, which are always higher because it's one of the higher cost of living states. Granted, California and apparently Connecticut are higher than New Jersey, but not so dramatically that you wouldn't be able to live on the same idea. I'm pretty sure that you can find a 2-bedroom apartment with everything included in Pennsylvania for less than you can get a boarding room in New Jersey. So, if we take that $920 and we pay $150 a week, then we're paying $600 a month for living. Now, a boarding house does include electricity and heat, and you have a shower and or you share a bathroom and a kitchen. And I think most of them come with cable too. So then you have all those things included in your monthly expenses. $600 a month. That leaves you with $320 a month. Now, that doesn't give you very much to save with, but let's be realistic here. You're making minimum wage, so you're having a minimum life. If you have a cell phone bill, which I assume you're going to have a cell phone, you're going to want to downgrade to whatever cheaper plan is. Now, I only pay $30 a month, which is reasonable to me. If I could find a better plan for $30 a month, I would, but I'm not going to pay twice as much to get a better plan. So then you have a cell phone bill, and we're going to call it $30 a month because, that's what I pay. So you're up to a total of $630 in bills. Say you do have a car and you have a good driving record, then you're going to be paying somewhere between $70 and $100 for liability on your car, because let's face it, you're working for minimum wage. You're not going to have a brand new car. So, if you're paying, if you're paying for car insurance, then you're paying, $70 to $100. Then your bills are up to $730. Then you leave the rest of the extra money for gas and food. Well, yeah, $190 for gas and food isn't very much, but to be entirely realistic, you're only feeding yourself. I can feed myself as cheaply as $20 a week, or you can spend as much as you want on it. But I go for $20 a week because that's what I spend on my smoothies. I get yogurt and some fresh fruits and stuff, and it costs me $20, but it gives me breakfasts for a week. And then I get a higher calorie, usually a canned meal, Chef Boyardee, or sometimes beans and other things for the rest of my week. Now, $20 a week, even if we say $30 a week to be entirely right, $30 a week to eat over the course of a month, that's going to be $120 a month. Then you have $70 to spend on gas, which is more than I spend. And let's face it, if you're working for minimum wage, you probably shouldn't be driving a big truck. You shouldn't be driving a gas guzzler. You should have a little Honda Civic, and it shouldn't be your little rice burner thing. Now, that explains how you can live on minimum wage in New Jersey. And that's based on $7.25 an hour. Minimum wage in New Jersey is $8.25 an hour, so you would actually have another $160 a month to spend. That's just a little food for thought. Now, if you take the experience that you have and you go to competitive places, like me, I work at Riggins. Riggins pays me slightly over minimum wage, like 13 cents. I do understand that Wawa pays their gas attendants $9 an hour. That's 75 cents over minimum wage. And then over the course of 90 days or whatever, they jack up to $10 an hour. That's actually fairly decent. You'll probably grow into that money. You're not going to save that extra $1.50 an hour that you're making. You're going to end up spending it. And that's how people go. Now, if you're trying to also support a kid, well, chances are you shouldn't be working for minimum wage. If the only job you're qualified for is minimum wage, well, take the experience you have and try to go to another competitive company where they'll pay you better. For a while, I worked at Advance. At Advance, they gave me $10 an hour to be a manager. They gave me $8 an hour to be a regular guy. This is when minimum wage is $5.15. I think they might give you $9 an hour to be a regular person. Probably $11 to be a manager now. I took that experience and I went to AutoZone. And AutoZone gave me $12 an hour to do the same job. Like, the same job. So why couldn't you do that with anywhere else? As I understand, if all you can do is get a job at Rite Aid, well, work at Rite Aid for 6 months and live, in your boarding house and do your thing, and then go over to Walgreens and see what they'll pay, and go over to CVS and see what they'll pay you. I mean, the experience is worth something, and knowing the job already is a benefit to them because they don't have to train you. Anyway, this video is getting a little long, so thanks for watching, and I'll check you out next time.